Hello everyone, this one is called the Rainbow Science Experiment. Okay, so what you need for this is 4 glasses or more. It depends on how many food colourings you have. I only have 3, so that's why I've got 4 glasses. Okay, and then you need some paper towels. So a top tip for this one, depending on the size of your glasses, I would recommend cutting your kitchen rolls in half. You don't need the whole sheet, so I would cut those in half. It saves on kitchen roll as well. You need some water, and then it recommends primary colours, but obviously I struggled to get a blue, so whatever you can get really. So I've got a green, red and yellow food colouring here. Okay, so let's make a start. So the first thing is to make sure, I've got food colouring on my hand already. It's a bit messy, this one. So make sure that your cups are in a row, and you need to pour some water into your cups. Just try and, as much as you can, obviously we want it to be a fair test, so make sure your waters are all the same level, sort of 3/4 of the way up. So as much as you can, and then apparently the person that this experiment is from said that the fuller the better really, but I think 3/4 would work just as well. So what you want to do, because it's in a controlled experiment, you want to make sure that you add the same amount of food colouring to each of the glasses. So I am going to add, I'm going to aim to add, I try to do it from the bottle, and hence why I've got red food colouring all over the bottle. So it says 5 drops, so I'm going to say roughly probably about half a teaspoon each. So I'm going to use my little spoon. Hopefully this will make it less messy. And I've also just prepared a plate with some kitchen rolls where I can see my red food colouring has already spilt. So let's try the red again. So I'm just going to pour it carefully. You don't really need to see this. Pour it carefully into the spoon. Okay, so that's my first one. Here we go. You ready? Wow, cool. Okay, with the kitchen roll that you have on the plate, you can just wipe that spoon then. And we'll add the green now. Okay, if you've got more colours, you can add, you can do loads of different ones, couldn't you? So add the green. I might mix up some of my primary colours that I have, the red and the yellow. So I wonder if you can tell me what colour I can make at the end, perhaps. So make sure those are on firmly. Red and green everywhere. There we go. And then the final one, I'll just wipe my spoon. It's important to wipe your spoon afterwards so that your colours are really clear and vivid. Is the yellow. Okay, so you can see that it's sunk to the bottom. I'm just going to grab a teaspoon in a second so I can mix those in. So they're all the same amounts. So now I'm going to add the yellow. I'm going to do half yellow and then half red, but within the half a teaspoon obviously, because I want to keep it the same amount, just mixing them. So did you remember what colour I would hopefully make? Yes, it was orange. Fingers crossed I can make a nice orange there. Okay, so I'm just going to tidy this away. I'm going to pause this now so I can stir them. Okay, so we're nearly there now. So the next step is sort of folding the paper towel. So because you've folded it, you've cut it in half anyways, all you've got to do now is fold it on one side and then fold it on the other. And then this part is important. You want to get a good length here. So you don't want it too long because it means that the water won't absorb as quickly. So I think I'm going to sort of chop off a bit of the excess here. So you want it long enough so that it can travel into each of the glasses, but not too long that it sort of takes a while to travel over. So I'm just going to do all 4 of them now, so just watch me quickly. So fold and fold again. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try and get them the same length. It's important that we try and keep everything the same and change obviously one variable, which is the colour. and hopefully we can see the change of colour as the water transports from different glasses. That'll be really exciting to see, won't it? So I've got just one more to do after that, so just chop off the excess like so. So one more now. So again, I'll just show you one more time. So fold it once and then fold it again like so, and then all you've got to do then is to chop off the excess that you don't want, making sure it's the same length as the other pieces of kitchen roll. So once you've done that, all you've got to do then is place them in. So I'm just going to make sure the distance is again similar distance. So there's my first one, and it goes. Then the next one, and it goes. I don't know why I've done 4 actually. I didn't need 4. I just need 3. And the next one. So I'm going to now put this on a time lapse, so hopefully we can see the water transporting. Okay, so you can see it's starting to absorb the water, and you can see that it's picking up the colouring as well. I'm going to finish the experiment here. However, if you did this at home, you could leave this on your windowsill and just check every sort of 2 minutes and see what's happened, and it'd be really nice for you to document how the colour sort of is absorbed. And also make predictions about which colour would work best. So I can see from my experiment that the orange has seemed to pick up quite well, and it has transported effectively. I can also see that the red has, maybe perhaps it's a more vibrant colour, that's why it's come through. And then the green and the yellow haven't transported as well, but maybe if I give it, I mean it's only been a couple of minutes, maybe if I give it a bit more time, it will show much better. So it would be really nice for you guys to make observations, record what happens, and then obviously just keep coming back throughout 2 hours or so, every 2 minutes, and observe what's happening. I hope you have a lot of fun with this one, and remember those questions. It's really important when you have that aha moment that you reflect on what's happened. So what do you think will happen to the water when it changes colour, when we add the food colouring? What is happening now? That's a really good question to think about. And why do you think the colours are changing as well? So we might see a change in coloration in the colours as the water is transported to different glasses. It might take some of the colour over, perhaps. That might be something that happens. And a question for those Key Stage 2 children: why might the water be able to move up against gravity like that? So what is enabling the water to move up? And think about maybe the absorption of the water there. Okay guys, I hope you have a fab time with this one, okay? And I'm going to talk about the science of this in the next video. Okay, so how does it work? So the water moves up the paper towels through the process called capillary action. So the paper towel is made from fibres, and the water is able to travel through the gaps in the fibres. The gaps in the paper towel act like capillary tubes and pull the water upward. This is what helps water climb from a plant's roots to the leaves at the top of the plant or tree. Okay, so that's how flowers transport water. They have capillaries which sort of can hold the water in as it moves up. So gaps, so it's sort of little gaps in the stem that enables the water to come up. So the water is able to move upward against gravity because of the attractive forces between the water and the fibres in the paper towels. So it's not just that it looks pretty. Actually, there is a lot of science behind this. So you could even make it into like a wheel. So you could make a circle of colour and make it your own little colour wheel, which would be amazing. And you can see then the secondary colours emerge from the primary if you use primary colours. So I hope you have a great time with this this amazing walking water science experiment, and I can't wait to see your results. Bye.